Hi, I'm Luca, the founding member and director of Rebel Manifesto Aerial. We set up Rebel about a year ago, or just over a year ago, with the sole purpose of bringing aerial arts, dance, anything kind of movement based to everyone. I trained pretty much my whole life in dance and acrobatics and aerial, going on to perform professionally. Movement's always been a really good therapy for me, so when I'm feeling really low or depressed or feeling really anxious, I'm not very good with words, as you can tell from this awful video. And movement, I feel like if it feels good, you can't get it wrong. Words, I get the fear of I stumble over them. I get the fear of saying the wrong thing. I get the fear of saying things that are going to hurt other people. Talking about my feelings, talking about how I feel, there's always a real vulnerability to it. And although I think with movement there's a vulnerability, it's always very true to what it is. And I think there's something really beautiful about kind of, even if it's just going to a class and being upside down for an hour, it makes you feel good about yourself. Children get it right, and there's something about children where they just do, and they just do what feels right. So if they want to have a tantrum, they're going to have a tantrum about it, because that's what, in that moment, that's how they feel. And it's the same with their joyfulness and their playfulness, and they do it. They're doing it on a learning journey, but they do it because that's who they are in that moment. They're really being. And I think as we get older and we go to work and we have bills and all these other things kind of come into our life, I think it's really hard to then also maintain just being and taking the best from every moment, or really just being present. And I think as well with social media, I think that plays a massive part in people's insecurities and people's depression and anxiety, because obviously people are going to upload their best of whatever they're doing, and it becomes this really kind of crazy void where you're just scrolling through and just judging yourself against everyone else, and we're all guilty for it. And I think there's that other thing about being present in the moment from children that we can really learn, and that's what aerial class is all about. Children play and they explore, and they physically explore, and they push themselves, and they do challenges, and they're learning new things all the time, and we stop that. And I think going to the gym has become a thing where it's like a punishment, and you're going and you're gonna, I've got to get fitter, I've got to get thinner, I've got to get rid of that wobble between my thighs, or I don't look as good as this person. And I know personally I've used the gym as a punishment on myself, and although I like being active and physical, the gym it became something that was really quite negative. So then we go the other way and we just end up sitting at home watching Netflix. We've all done it. I still do it quite a lot. But then there's something about going to a class for an hour a week that just that's your safe space, that's your place where you can learn and push yourself, but also be in this really beautiful community that we've created, where you can be trying to do a move for a few weeks and it's not happening, and then one day it happens, and everyone in that room cheers and celebrates you, and everyone's really egging you on, and all of a sudden you're finding that your fitness is getting better and your flexibility is getting better, and you're pushing yourself, but it's not been in a really like negative environment, and it's been in a safe community, which I think a lot of us are missing out on. So at Rebel Manifesto, we're asking for donations so we can raise money to buy new equipment. We'd like to buy some rigs that we can take into schools, into workplaces, just around the community, where people who just need that hour or half an hour to just be upside down and be a child again, they can have it. We also want to take it to communities where children wouldn't be able to afford to go to classes like this ordinarily. We're also asking for support from local businesses or grants that will enable us to go out and take sessions, so we can pay session leaders to go and give something to these young people or old people or anyone who deserves, everyone deserves a chance to be upside down, but anyone who just wants to have an hour where they do something that makes them feel good about themselves, and it can have a massive impact. So if you want to look at our website or email me, ask some more questions, give me a phone call, get in touch, because I really feel like this project is so valuable. It's not just a bit of hanging in the air and hanging in the air. It's not just about that. It's about the well-being of the people of Coventry, and it's about giving back the skills that I've learnt through my career, and passing on that joy that I find dance, movement, aerial arts, all those things they gave to me when I needed them the most. And I think it's offering a community to people of Coventry as well, or the surrounding areas. It's offering a community of people that want you to do good. They want you to succeed. I think that's really important. So please do get in touch. This is really close to my heart, this project, and yeah, thanks.